Hey guys, it's me, Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Movie and Stitch. Okay, so today's Movie and Stitch, I'm going to be talking about the movie that I watched that begins with the letter I, and then also announce what movie I'm going to be watching that will be beginning with the letter J, okay? So the movie that I watched that began with the letter I is The Incredible Mr. Limpet, okay? And this is a movie, I'm looking at my notes here, it was made in 1964. It was a movie that I had seen before, but it has been many years since I had seen it, and so I decided to watch it again. I found the movie on an app. It's a free movie app on the Roku movie apps if you have a Roku TV, and the name of the app is called movieland.tv, and it's a great app. It's got lots of what I would call classic older type movies, all free. Big selection of them to watch, and I've been watching several of them on that app. I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, The Incredible Mr. Limpet, it starred Don Knotts, another one of the Don Knotts movies. He made several during that kind of era of time in the 60s. One of them was Ghost and Mr. Chicken, which I've watched that a couple of weeks ago. It's funny. And anyway, this is another one he made during that same time period, and is The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Okay, so let me read you the plot summary that imdb.com has for this movie. Okay, so it says, meek and mild-mannered bookkeeper Henry Limpet has few passions in life. It's mid-1941, and he would love to join the Navy, but he has been rated a 4F because he has very bad eyesight. His friend George Stickle is in the Navy and lays it on pretty thick, so he's always making Henry feel bad that he's in the Navy, but Henry couldn't get in. And as a matter of fact, the man that played George Stickle, his friend, is the same actor that played the resort owner in Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze. Okay, is the same actor. Okay, let's see. If Henry could have one thing, it would to become a fish. While on a visit to Coney Island, Henry falls into the water and miraculously gets his wish. Now a fish, he makes friends with other fish and creatures, undersea creatures, including ladyfish and Krusty the hermit crab. And he loves his new life. He also uses his abilities to help the U.S. Navy locate and sink Nazi U-boats, forcing the Germans to create a new weapon to deal with the Allies' apparent secret weapon. Okay, so he ends up being able to be part of the Navy just like he wanted before when he was human, after he turned into a fish. Anyway, so part of the movie is live action, and then they have animated, so it's combination animated and live action, and I believe this might have been one of the first movies that did that. Okay, so the project, and so I'll say that I did enjoy the movie. I think it's really cute. It's suitable for all ages, I think. So yeah, it's cute. So if you have movieland.tv, the app, and you have a Roku TV or the Roku stick or whatever, check that free app out. I think you'll enjoy it if you like classic movies. Okay, so what I worked on, now the project I've been working on is one I'm continuing throughout working my way through the alphabet, watching movies that start with those letters, and it is a granny stitch granny stripe rectangular lap gown. So I'm picking 4 colors for each movie that I'm watching, something to represent that movie, and I'm putting 1 stripe per those colors into my granny stitch blanket. I'm separating each movie of the 4 colors. Okay, I'm separating them by a row of single crochet in a charcoal gray. Okay, so here is my blanket or lap gown so far. And like I've showed you before, it is my wingspan, basically, yeah. And so I think it's going to be a really good lap blanket size project. Anyway, so that is how big it's gotten so far. This is for the letters A through I, okay? Now I'll bring it up here closer and show you the colors and tell you why I picked out the colors that I picked out. Okay, so the red right here I picked out for to represent the crab that he meets, the hermit crab named Krusty. He was red. Okay, so that's what the red is for. The light blue is for Henry when he turns into a fish, because he's kind of a light blue and blue gray color. Okay, so that color is representing him. And then this orchid color, it's a light purple, that color is for Ladyfish, because Ladyfish is pink and purple. And then I just used some more of the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in Scuba for that color right there, and that of course is just the color for the ocean. Okay, so that is my project and what I worked on, that section right there for this movie, The Incredible Mr. Limpet, for my I movie. Okay, so I was looking around to try to figure out what movie I want to watch that starts with the letter J, and I actually I found two different ones, and I really haven't decided which one I want to do, because they're both movies that I've seen before, but it's been a long time since I've seen either one of them. And so I really haven't decided which one. I know that I'm going to end up watching both of them, but as far as what movie that I will watch for the colors that I pick out for my blanket, I'll have to decide. I'll have to pick one. So we'll see. But the two movies that I'm looking at that starts with the letter J is, well, one of them is also on this movieland.tv app, and it's Jason and the Argonauts. And this is a movie that was made back in the 60s. I can't remember exactly what year, but it's another one of the movies, kind of like Clash of the Titans, that I watched for my C movie. It's got mythological creatures in it. A lot of action. This is 60s action though, so as far as the effects and stuff, visual effects, is kind of like, well, they did a pretty good job as far as I can remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, so I might watch that. It's got Cyclops in it, I think, and a bunch of, like I said, mythological type creatures, so that would be fun to watch. So maybe I'll pick that. So in the running is that movie, but then also over on Netflix, I did see that they also have Julie and Julia, which I really enjoy that movie. I have seen that also, but it's such a cute movie. It's about Julia Child, and Meryl Streep plays Julia Child, and she did such a great job in that movie playing that character. And so I really enjoy that movie as well. So we'll see. Come back in 2 weeks for my next movie and stitch for the letter J, and I will let you know, or I'll tell you then, which of those two movies I decided to watch well, I'm going to watch both of them, let's face it. But I will let you know which one I picked to put in my blanket, colors that will represent that particular movie that goes in my blanket. Okay, well, that's it for today in this episode of Movie and Stitch. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's midweek for me, and so halfway to the weekend. And come back tomorrow and we will have another visit, and I will show you what else I've been working on this week in my next Yarnjoy podcast episode. So like I said, everybody have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.